All right, Ronnie. Part two of our interview here. A great job by you guys tonight. On, you talked about Jalen Bailey, the way he has carried this team at times when he's had to, and even their coach alluded to. Coach Thomas said, he just put same thing. You put the team on his back. I mean, the guy is just for five. He plays like he's about 6'3".
And Jalen, it's like I knew. I told my coaches before. I said Jalen's ready to play. He just plays with just. He's so calm, but he just plays so hard, and he kept us in that game in the first half offensively. I mean, he shot a couple jumpers, and he just went downhill and refused to lose. And he jumped us in that and kept us in it, and then everybody else jumped in the second half. Jalen's just a blur, and he wears people out on the defensive end, and then there he is going on the offensive end. I don't know where he gets his energy, but Jalen Bailey, pound for pound, you can argue that he's one of the best players in the state of West Virginia in any class, because anytime he's on, I was thinking about this morning, we've been game planning and watching film, and I said, you know what? I got some guys on my team, and that's what it comes down to. And Jalen Bailey's one of them. Jack's one of them. Kai's one of them. Eli Sexton gave short, but I got guys, and those guys came to play tonight, and they showed the state why Shady Spring is not going anywhere.
Your shirt says it defend.
Yeah.
I thought just for motivational purposes, Jack Williams had a steal on Dane Hatfield, an outstanding player. He sat down, he's on him, gets the steal, goes head to wrapper, lay in. I thought that kind of maybe was a signaling that about time to this game's just about over. I mean, just for him to make that play on that player in this game,
I mean, he's a Division I football player, and he's a heck of a basketball player. And I just knew, Jackie, I just know my seniors, man. They have been and played in so many big games, and I just knew that they weren't going to go anywhere tonight. I was nervous, like I said. Jackie, he took on that role, that right in front of him, that task to shut Hatfield down. I know he had some scores, but they were tough shots. And for him to do that, and I know we switched Jalen on, but Jackie defended him a lot, and he did a heck of a job. And,
Well, that's just another thing about Jalen. I mean, you put him on for part of the time, too, and he gave up probably about 8 to 9 inches.
I just, coming in this season, we've been through a lot of injuries. It's hard to stay on top. It's very hard to stay on top. And, we get everybody's best shots. We get fans' best shots. We get parents' best shots. We get, opposing crowds' best shots. When you're on top, it's hard. And I felt a lot of pressure, not from an X's and O's standpoint, but from wanting my guys to make it a state tournament, because they have been in this Shady Spring thing, at Shady Elite in the middle school for so long, and I did not want them to go out not going to a state tournament and not being able to defend what's theirs and having a chance to do it. And I didn't have to worry. I don't know why I worried, because I have those guys in my corner, and they played so damn hard tonight, and I'm so proud of those 6 guys. And like I said, I wanted to start out, I don't know if you did in the paper, if you're going to post this, but our JV guys, I want to, before you even move any further, what they've done for us. They could be at track, they could be at baseball, and they are in here busting and being the scout team and running their offense and getting yelled at for what? For nothing? For a minute to get in the game. And I appreciate them, and I told them that. And that's selflessness, and that's dedication to the program. And I know it's hard, and I know it's tough. I told them I'd give them a week off of school if we can win the first round game, and it's their reward. But I just want to thank them as well, and I love my guys to death.
I think this is probably, and it's not even arguable, this is the best team that you've had to face in this game during the 5 years.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was the same result. I mean, could you have seen that? It was a slow start. It was a sluggish start or finish
we knew
to
it
the
was.
season.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
I'm not going to make any excuses about the way we ended the season. Shame on me versus Greenbrier East. Shame on me. Wyoming East got us. We're a practice team. We need practice in the snow and the games. And the unfair region that I felt we were put into with 9 teams that dwarfs any other region in the entire state of West Virginia, maybe except a couple single A schools. for us to be in a region, and I elaborated earlier, Dave, for Shane, I feel bad for Herbert Hoover. I feel bad for Sissonville, Ripley, Greenbrier East, Independence, and Pikeview. For us to be in a 9-team region when teams are literally going through other teams' schools and passing exits to get to teams down here, I stand by my, what I say, and I think that's something needs to be done, and it's not right. We're there. We're in Charleston. We're the number 1 seed, and all we said was control what you can control. Get the number 1 seed and let the road to Charleston go through Shady. And we did that. But it's still not fair to those other teams, and I still feel like it's unjust. And they need to go back and look at that. We're there. I know that's to say seed doesn't do that, and there's committee members and stuff, but I feel bad for some of those teams in our region that didn't get a fair shot at Charleston because this was the best region in the state of West Virginia in any class, and I'll stand by that. And there's a heck of a team. So I'm just happy my guys took care of business tonight.
How big was that run to start the third quarter?
I mean, it's love you, dude. Yeah, there he is, right there.
That's coaching the state.
That's Jalen Bailey joining.
That's 2 guard in the state.
How big was that run, though? I mean, he contributed. Williams still kind of ended that run, but
it's Shady Spring basketball. It's regrouping. It's staying the course. It's righting the ship. It's staying on pace. It's staying on the blueprint. It's staying in the game plan. It's staying locked in on the goal and one focus. And I know I may create a lot of T-shirts or cliches, but we live and die by that stuff.
You could be a T-shirt designer.
I mean, this is mine. No. But that's what we do. We just stick by. Just keep going. Keep playing. Basketball is not easy. Life's not easy, and they just kept playing. And to come out in that second half and just assert the dominance of them on the defensive end and make everything hard on them, we knew it'd turn into easy offense, and it did. And we're not done. It's going to be.
You said you worried more about this game
did.
than any, but you shouldn't have. I mean, do you stand by that too?
I mean that's the best team we played. That team should be in Charleston. That team's good. It's one of the best teams in the state. They just happen to be in a tough region.
Yet you beat them the same way you beat some other teams.
We did, and we play with energy, and we play the same way down in Charleston. And my guys, we can get beat first round, we get beat second round, but my guys are locked in on one focus, and that's trying to win a state championship and trying to win one game at a time. And we got a tough matchup with RCB, and then we'll see what happens with Nitro and whoever that is. I haven't really looked at it. We're getting ready to go to El Mariachi and have a little celebration dinner. So I'm just proud of my guys, and this was a tough one. And kudos to them and their coaches, and they traveled. And golly, what a freaking environment!
This one for last because I thought
Yep.
You're an emotional guy.
Yep.
Last game was Kai in this building.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've even thought about it that way.
I have.
Tough. To walk off and knowing that's the last time that you guys will be.
Practice is gonna be hard, but I told all 3 of them, and I was telling my wife, I said, you put so much into it, and a lot of guys don't get rewarded with the state tournament. They don't get rewarded with things, but my son's been through a lot physically, and for him to do it emotionally. And I wanted to give him the best of myself, and I wanted to give Jack and Jalen the best of myself because they've given me the best of everything they've had since they've stepped foot in my program. And just knowing that we can reward them with this, our mission's not done, but I love those guys. I felt a lot of anxiousness because I didn't want to let them down. It's like a parent when, for all 3 of them, that you don't want to let them down because you put so much into it. But that's life sometimes. You put a lot in and you don't sometimes get the reward, but they got the reward tonight. And if I could be they did it, but if I can be any help of putting a game plan together, then so be it. But practice is going to be harder when we leave Tuesday, but I love them, and I just want to tell them, and I want to tell my team thank you. I love you guys. I know it's hard playing for me. I know sometimes it's not rewarding, but this is the reward, and I love my guys, and I love our community, and thank you.
That looked like some old school Shady. If we the kids are young. 3 years ago is a long time ago. That
it is
really kind of. Did tonight look to you like your program was running the same way it did 3 years ago when you had arguably the best team in this school's history?
Yes, it is. And, we live by the fundamentals of outwork everybody else and play hard and give everything and leave it all on the floor. And you do good things like that, you're going to win a lot of ball games and be in a lot of ball games. And I think that holds true no matter what type of team you have.
Ronnie, great job tonight. We will see you in Charleston.
Yep, let's go.